Hey everybody, 12 Bravo here. Whew, what a day of emotions. I wanted to give you an update on the ketamine infusion therapy, how it's going for me. This is day 3. I got my this Saturday night. I got my infusion on Thursday morning. So they told me that the effects would of calmness and everything else. The drug isn't in your system that long. It's just, like the effects of the drug on your brain. Like my anxiety was really low um, until like, my anxiety is still relatively low, but I started to get sad today. And it was about 5 o'clock. I went and ate dinner. And that's another thing I noticed is that my appetite has been a lot better. I'm on Ozempic, so um, I typically don't get hungry during the day at all. And about 50% of the time, I'm not hungry all day. It's only sometimes I get hungry, and I usually only eat dinner, um, with my wife. So, if she's not here, then, I usually just eat something small, um, just to put nutrients in my body, not because I'm hungry. But these past couple days, the first day, actually on the way home from the ketamine treatment, I was hungry, and then the next day I ate like 2 or 3 times, and then today I've eaten twice or 3 times. Yeah, I had a little snack, and then at 5 o'clock I went and ate dinner, and it was a big Greek salad with some chicken and some falafel, and yeah, the appetite's been pretty decent, which is good for me. And then, but right after I ate, like I don't know, it was weird because yesterday I felt so good. So that would have been, let's see, Friday. So it's day 2. Yesterday I felt so good that I almost felt like I was hypomanic, um, and or manic, depending on how you look at it. Usually mania lasts 7 days or longer, and hypomania is typically anything less than 7 days, as I understand it, anyways. Um, but anyways, I've kind of felt like I was on the edge of getting to that point, and I didn't go to bed until 7 this morning. So I couldn't sleep. I just felt so good. I didn't want to go to bed, and finally at like I think it was like I looked at the time and it was like 5 in the morning. I'm like, damn, I gotta lay down. I gotta go to bed. And of course, I scrolled on my phone for like 2 more hours, and then finally I put the phone down. I'm like, I gotta sleep. But then I woke up at like I think it was like 9:50 or something like that. And I think the last time I looked at the clock, it was 7:17. So I got like 2 hours of sleep or something, 2.5 hours of sleep. I wasn't really that tired today, but I wonder if not getting enough sleep had an effect on my mood today because I've been overall just down today, big time. Um, I'm really sad, and I actually was outside listening to music, my playlist, uh, on the patio with my dogs. The sun was setting. It was beautiful. Like the rays were coming through, and the surreal colors, the trees, and it was just beautiful. It was gorgeous. And Shape of My Heart by Sting came on. And as soon as they came on, it triggered something in me like that. And I started to get very sad. And probably about halfway through the first verse, I started sobbing. And I felt so connected. Like I had never felt so connected to the world before. I felt like all the pain of the world, and I started thinking about the children that are dying of hunger, of war, of preventable diseases, and I sobbed for a while, and I kept repeating that song. I wanted to feel it. I wanted to cry. I wanted to get it out. And so I did that. And then I did it for a while. I don't, maybe 30 minutes or something like that, or 45 minutes. And it was a while that I was out there um, just sobbing. And I finally, like, it was over. And I had completed the I guess the journey. I had completed the journey that was being offered to me. And I felt relieved. It was very cathartic. It was very moving to feel that. And because sadness has such a negative, um, has a bad rap. It really does. All emotions are valid, and I believe that they're all important to be felt because the sadness, it makes you act, makes some people act, not all, but it makes me want to act to relieve the sadness of others. And it makes me want to act because I want to change things so that I don't feel that as often too, and others don't feel it as often. So it's a very powerful emotion. It's very important um, to grieve when loved ones died, things like that. It's very important to acknowledge that. And this is the first time I've really been able to feel um, and just let go, because for the past, however many years, 20 years, like I've been shielding myself from feeling some of this stuff. And obviously I couldn't stop all of it, but I would try and stuff things down, hide them in cracks and crevices, ignore the feelings, do anything to distract myself. I would disassociate, um, just so that I wouldn't feel that stuff, because I thought it was bad. And it was just all the time. I just felt it all the time, multiple times a day. And I didn't want to feel it anymore. And so I just kept trying to push it away. And I feel like the infusion therapy unlocked something in there. And I felt like I was finally able to just let go. Because in the past, if I had like gotten to that point in depression, it would last for days, like where I would just cry off and on here and there for days. And um, it was it was hard. It was hard because you can't control everything. And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to control everything. And that's, one of the reasons why I stay home so much, is because I can't control what happens out there. And it's hard. It's hard. I don't know how to describe it. When you're in the military, you have, especially, when you're in combat, I mean, you're carrying a weapon and you're in control. Like, obviously, you're not in control of IEDs and, being ambushed and stuff like that, but you have power over life and death. You're a force to be reckoned with. You're making decisions. The buck stops at you type of situation, and it's hard to let go of that control. Um, when you're in a combat zone, you carry your rifle on you everywhere you go. And when you leave the wire, obviously it's loaded, locked and loaded, ready to go. And um, I remember when I came back especially after my second tour, or was it my first tour? No, it was my first tour. Um, I felt naked without my weapon. It was weird for like a month or something like that. I was like, oh, where's my, oh, that's right. you know, so I don't know. I think something flipped in my head where I, when I got out of the army and I didn't have that like control anymore, um, I just, I don't know. I just tried to apply it to civilian life. I tried to control everything in this world back in civilian life, and you can't. And it drove me nuts. So like, there were times where I'd be at the supermarket and like all the I would get sensory overload, like noises, kids running around, cell phones going off, bling, bling, blung, blung. It's just, I would get overwhelmed and I would have like a basket full of groceries and I would just leave the cart in the middle of the aisle and go to my car and like sit there for a while until I calm down. Luckily, that's better now. Um, it doesn't happen as often. It still happens, but it's pretty rare. I can tell when it's coming on, and I just won't go. Most of the time, I can go to the grocery store. I can go out, eat, stuff like that, and it's okay for the most part. But there are times where I still have a really hard time leaving the house. And this ketamine infusion therapy is really, I wouldn't say it's my last play, but it's definitely a Hail Mary because, I've been on so many drugs, seen so many doctors, and though, I'm still alive, which is, the point of my fight is to survive. I want to live as well, not just exist. I want to live a good life. I want to affect the lives of others in a positive way. And, that's really all I want. And I can't do that if I'm afraid all the time. I can't do that if, I can't even leave the house. So this is really like a Hail Mary for me. I learned about this therapy probably about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. I think it was when I was still living in Ohio, which was in 2019. Um, I think it started, I think they started doing uh, like in 2015 or something. So they've been doing it for about 10 years or a little bit longer, maybe like 10, 15 years. They've been, doing this stuff with ketamine infusion therapies and the nasal spray and the injections. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Sorry. Um, yeah, that's the update for now. I think that it's good. So tomorrow's Sunday, and then I go in Monday afternoon for my next infusion, and then on Friday that week as well. I spaced it out so that hopefully, if I have it on Friday, my weekend will be better. But as I get more and more of the drug, the effects are supposed to last longer, and hopefully one day it'll go into full remission, or at least where I might only need a shot a month or a shot a year or something. Hopefully, but yeah, I'm putting a lot of eggs in this basket, and if it doesn't work, I'll just keep fighting. I do have a lot of hope. I think it's gonna work, but nothing's guaranteed. And I'll try the next thing. I'll keep going. I have to. I have to. I just I want to live. So the work's got to be put in. Anyways, I hope that you're getting good information about ketamine infusion therapy, and I hope that my journey helps you in some way to feel like you're not alone. None of us are really ever alone. All you got to do is reach out, and there'll be someone there. I know that we all don't have loved ones. I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, yeah, others just have none. Great song. But no, seriously, there are people out there that don't have anyone, and I can't imagine how isolating that would feel. I've been married for almost 20 years come this October, and so I haven't been alone in a long time. Um, Obviously, I'm alone right now. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't have to live my life alone. I haven't had to live my life alone since I was 23, 24, something like that. I've always had someone with me, and I'm lucky that way. My wife has fought so hard for me. She has put up with so much shit. She should have left me a long time ago with all the crap that I put her through, but she loves me for some weird reason. I don't know why, but she does love me, and I love her, and she has fought so hard. She has sacrificed her mental health, her physical health, and just taking care of me for so long. Um, but things have gotten a little better. Um, I'm a little bit more independent now. Um, so I just hope that the ball keeps rolling, and I can get back out there again and start getting stuff done. So, um, thank you for watching and Karen. And if you have any questions, please feel free to direct message me or leave a comment. I'll try to answer, anything that comes my way. And you guys stay safe out there and take care of yourselves, okay?